music. I don't know if you're playing the music.
It will also, like, it could be a fake, Jeff, because I might be playing the music. I might not.
Yeah, like, you could be lying to me. I don't know.
Playing the music. Like, I also don't know if YouTube, like, will cut out the music. But yeah.
How long? I mean, I see it now on YouTube, so that's nice.
Mike
That's fun.
Slater
Fun.
intro music. All right. Welcome, everybody, to I Must Drake You, and in no way inferior knockoff to the superior show, I Must Break You. I am your host, Ray Alvarez, found most places as Nerd Numbers. And nice enough, although I forgot to add you back, Jeff, adding to the show, Jeff May has agreed to be on as additional commentary.
I did not mind taking the time off of my Suicide Squad isekai watching.
I'm glad you finished that sentence. Because I was like,
yeah.
what?
Well, boy, or the other thing, yeah. No, it's I'm recording a couple episodes of Tom and Jeff Watch Batman this week. So I'm doing a lot of watching and research today. So I do not mind taking a moment to actually do something fun instead of watching a very, very terrible anime of Suicide Squad.
Bad. Yeah, I mean, you've had some bad stuff, and then you watched Guyver with Dave Bell recently. You have watched some not great stuff. Although
bad
like it's
stuff
50.
makes for better shows, man.
It's iffy, but I agree. I mean, I think the point we've made before. By the way, I'm just showing on the browser. PSA this month has a couple of specials. So we have an NBA grading special. Need 10 cards or more. I easily have that. And then there's also the TCG and non-sports grading card special, $13.99 a card, although they're rapscallions at $20, and I have close to both.
I need to organize my stuff for sure.
Well, the good news, and we'll go over some of the PSA grading after this, but here's the fun. I went to my local card shop on Friday or Saturday. I did Saturday. By the way, good lesson. Go to your local card shop during a football game if you're in a big football city. So it doesn't help you out, Jeff, because LA doesn't care about football. But it was like empty, and I've made this argument before that it really does make a lot of sense to go to your local card shop during a game, baseball, football, because it's great, in my opinion, right? You can watch the game, and then during the downtime, because there is a lot of it, you can have fun and like look at cards. And the guy, I've talked to the guy before, and he's just like, people don't do that, which is a real bummer. So, by the way, Jeff, this is what you have done to me.
What? Oh,
this
you
was,
got a Wicket Warwick signed by Warwick Davis?
This is a
this
is a partial birthday gift to myself, as in I bought more, but they haven't arrived yet. But you would be shocked, Jeff, that my eBay feed, for whatever reason, seems to think that I like Topps Chrome signed cards. Odd. This came across what came across the wire, there was a Warwick Davis, I think he's Flea or something in episode 1 Phantom Menace. I forget the character's name.
Yeah. He plays like 3 characters in the Phantom Menace.
So there was a signed one there, and I was like, this avatar has been part of my life. My lamest story is at one point I got in a fight with the laser tag management over the nickname Wicket. True story. But I've always liked Wicket. Wicket was an avatar of mine when I was younger, like screen names and stuff. So I'm a huge Warwick Davis Wicket fan. So birthday gift to myself. There are a couple others.
Dude, that is great. What can I ask you what an of 50 Star Wars Chrome Black Wicket W Warwick signed by Warwick Davis?
I got him down to 40, which may be high. That's a great deal.
That's a great deal.
I'm going to say this, unfortunately, by the way. I am good and bad for the hobby, and that I am what the hobby wants, and that I am a person that's not going to barter too hard. Like, same with my local card shop. But that's good, right? You kind of want fish in the market. So, I didn't go super hard. I really like this. There is an of 10 for 80, and I'm going to hope, I'm doing the koi thing, right, where you click on the watch, and you hope that, they come back and like, hey, by the way. Yeah. So that would be cool. But yeah, this is a partial birthday gift to myself from you. And what
Logan makes a good point saying that the Leprechaun should have also been in the sequels.
Yeah, man, a signed Warwick Davis Leprechaun card would be good. And what I'll also say, by the way, that you've gotten some of these before, the Topps Chrome Black. What's awesome?
Oh yeah, I got them really cheap because there were people that they were actors that I liked that nobody cared about. Fiona Shaw.
Yeah. Yeah, Wicket W. Warwick, and then being Warwick Davis. Yeah, it seems like there's a connection there between the characters. But then what I was also gonna say on like this with the Topps Chrome Black is I really like this presentation because I do like you and I've had this discussion about PSA slabs, about like should I send in this Rogue, and you're like, well, it might not be worth it, and it's personal collection, but it's like I actually really like how a PSA slab looks. But like, yeah. I don't want to crack this because I actually like the Chrome Black. I like the thicker thing it came in. So that's something in Chrome Black's favor, right? If you get it right out of one of the special boxes, there's an old I Must Break You where you do that, right? It's like a really thin box.
Yeah, it's actually a lot like the Leaf Bowling Cards box.
Yeah. And let's go wide for this, and I'll do my best not
to... so we have the Cosmere podcast saying, Live Jeff, hooray, that's right. So this isn't me on the camera, but you do get my voice up in here.
All right.
And I'm seeing some sick Larry Bird.
All right, so yeah, we did. And so Jeff and I were kind of talking this pre-show. This will be interesting. I'll do my best to not show my dirty floor and stuff as I go through this. But... what I might do, actually... No, I'm not going to do that because the table... This is really cheap, like plywood. So it looks horrible. Jeff and I were talking this beforehand about, like, storage wars. And I do like that the W in Wicket W Warwick stands for World Wide Web. My local card shop had a couple of these. And we were kind of talking storage wars, and I'll really explain why in the next binder. And Jeff actually has experience, so that's a good card, by the way. Larry Bird, that's a good one. That's actually worth, a couple bucks if you got it graded in good condition.
I mean, let's be 100% honest. 1990 hoops, much is worth a couple bucks.
But Larry Bird and Michael Jordan are kind of it from this set, by the way. Maybe...
No, this Magic Johnson, I think isn't the David
I don't think
Robinson,
the Magic is worth much. David Robinson's... I mean, I'm just talking, like, what people have actually been willing to, like, pony up for. Huge fan of this
Jordan and the Mark Jackson.
All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the Mark Jackson. Let's see if they have one of that. Although, also, there's a couple things. This is Junk Wax era for sure. So this is the second year of this set. This is 1990 or 1991 NBA hoops. Yeah, it's 1990 is the year, 1991 is the season. So it's the beginning of the Junk Wax era. You can still buy boxes of these for $60 to $100 for a box. And so that's the thing. You're not going to get anything of value. And this is before, the insert cards.
No inserts.
But it does have an MJ. Now, I will say this. In terms of how this set was turned in, this was clearly somebody's personal binder, which is awesome, which is actually part of the appeal. This is something you could send away for. This collector's album. Now, it's not in great shape, you can see, because it was clearly on the shelf and they were cheaply made to begin with. But this is something that, like, if you looked on the back of certain cards, were like, if you sent in shipping and handling, they'd send you one of these for free. So that was an appeal to me on picking this up, is I can use this binder to hold my own
it's a cool
NBA.
binder.
Yeah, it's a cool binder, even though it's not in great shape. The cards in the binder itself, they're not sleeved and bindered, so odds are none of these are really going to gem out, but it does have some of the good ones. As an example, the MJ is one of the cards you're going to want out of this set.
The Mark Jackson, yes.
Yeah, the Mark. Let's see. Let's see. We are getting. We're at the Cavs. That's going to be the Knicks, right?
Knicks, yep.
Yeah. So let's take a look. I'm missing some of these, so I am going to go through and see if there's any. By the way, the Steve Kerr. I forget if this is his. This is in his rookie card, but this is young Steve Kerr. This guy here, he's got one of my favorite pictures, Craig Elo, where he's getting kicked in the face by Michael Jordan on the famous shot. Love that guy's stash. Let's see.
Zach, we're really sorry to hear about your cat. Welcome. Hopefully we can.
Oh, no.
We can have a nice chill got a nice chill afternoon or evening, or I don't know what time it is in New Zealand, but I hope you're all right. And our thoughts are with you.
I don't know the way one way or the other, Zach, but I got a tuxedo cat named Boxer, and he is the best.
Very good. You got some bad boys right here.
Yo, the Bad Boys Pistons. We do have this. This makes me sad. This Dennis Rodman Defensive Player of the Year is worth nothing. This rookie card.
Did you hear my neighbor with the motorcycle want to show everybody how cool he is by blasting his motor as he was going back?
You gotta. Okay, this is good, by the way. I think I missing this Mitch Richmond. That is a hard sentence to say, Jeff. This rookie, Sarunas, he's a good one. We got Hakeem Olajuwon before they corrected his name. Early on in his career, they had a typo in that. That's awesome. Your boy, Chuck Person, that you got a graded 1 for.
I got that. I did give that to my good friend Tom Takar. Great comedian, by the way. Please follow him on Instagram. Yeah. He's so funny.
Oh,
but he's a big Pacers fan.
The Algos got me on him. They show me his clips all the time because he's a funny guy.
I like them and comment them on them a lot because his stuff is so good.
One of the other few cards, again, on the worth something, it's the you might get somewhere between $1 and $4 for it if you were willing to wait. If you
Vlade Divac's biggest deal was that he was traded for Kobe.
Well, he was. It's funny, by the way. This is good. We got the James Worthy Magic, good stuff. What I used to bash that back in the day because Kobe took a while before he developed. He was actually, a teenage rookie that took a while to get up to speed. But
did he take that long?
Yeah, he did. But that's don't worry. Patrick Ewing, good one to have. Boo, fuck this guy. We have learned, by the way, I'm not going to overuse it, but you are allowed to curse on YouTube channels, just not in the first 7 seconds, not in the title. This amazing.
So we got a negative on the Mark Jackson, by the way.
Oh, well, maybe we will see. You're right. We do have our Knicks.
It looks like they're team organized. So
but like John Stockton sitting there alone, is he the only Jazz? So we'll see. But great rookie. But anyway, the huge part about Vlade Divac is getting traded for Kobe would have been worth it, even if Kobe, boom, round pound and rebound, would have been worth it, even if Kobe never developed, because that's what got them Shaq. They needed to clear up cap space for Shaquille O'Neal, and Vlade Divac was too expensive. Clyde the Glide. Come on, get it. Terry Porter. Drazen. Oh, R.A.P. We talked this. That draft was cursed because I think he was like Len Bias draft too, right? Drazen Petrovic, because he got killed in a car accident, if I recall.
Yeah.
Oh, the AC Green Virginity card is hilarious. Showtime Lakers by Jeff Pearlman, the book, and then the show off of it. There's great stuff there. Cliff Robinson, arguably the worst player in NBA history in terms of longevity. He is the Kobe Bryant of that, beaten later by Andrea Bargnani. I'm curious if there's a second set in here because I know this set and we're already starting to get through it, but Nate McMillan, good stuff. Dana Barros, so got to find the Keymaster.
Oh, from Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad. All right, interesting. We get to the end here, and they're missing ones, and now we do have some more Utah Jazz, so there's still hope. We got look at this. Do you love this, Jeff? All of the coach cards. I do believe this is a Phil Jackson rookie coach card, by the way, which is cool. And I'm pretty sure I'm missing this Chuck Daly card, so that's cool.
You got that Chuck Daly, baby.
Yeah, he was good. He prominently appears on one of my favorite. I think this was before it was even called "You Don't Even Like This Show" or "You Don't Even Like Sports." But you and Adam on Dennis Rodman bring him up and give him a lot, which is really good. These are really fun. This is every headline, right? The NBA Hoops Tribune as the. And man, the Pistons took the Blazers down without too much trouble. Come on, Blazers, what are you doing? Don Nelson. Look at Phil Jackson. That's a cool one. These are interesting because I thought these were 90.
Yeah, I was going to say, those look like Upper Deck. Those, portrait cards.
Yeah, this is still 1990. I thought this was 91 for whatever reason, but this is really cool. We got the. That's a cool card, the Larry Bird. That is awesome. I have not.
I don't
seen
think
that.
I've ever seen those specific ones.
These
before.
ones I haven't
Is that
seen.
like an insert set that I haven't seen before, like Clear Provisions or something?
This is Series 2 because you can see the numbers. So this is out of the expansion set. Give me 1 second to at least, because I do have some of these. But it's really cool because I haven't. That's awesome for me because that means I haven't seen some of these cards.
Oh, look at that.
1990-91 NBA Hoops. There are 440 cards in this set. I am missing 60 of them so far. All right. So, Zach, let's do a quick recap of the comments before I hop back in, now that I just looked away for a sec. Len Bias is a fascinating one. That is a fun one to read. Didn't recognize anyone from the 1987 draft is what Zach says in the comments. And then the NBA, the binder's full of cards. Yeah, this definitely struck home. That MJ is awesome. So, I mean, here's the good reality is that if I were willing to put in the time, there is $20 worth of value of it that would only cost me like $50 in labor. That is an awesome Magic card. I'm loving these. Charles Barkley. I'm missing some of these. I haven't seen these yet, so I'm really excited about these.
Well, that's great. And you helped complete your set.
Which, yeah, I ran into something actually on these because Adam Todd Brown has gone through this set before too. Wait, is this? Yeah, okay. I'm wondering if these are slightly different, but yeah, we got the draft picks here too. These are the stay in school. Remember that time they go to schools and say, "Hey, don't foul out, Jeff. Say no to drugs." I am sure Patrick Ewing and Isaiah Thomas did no drugs. Awesome. Oh, look at man, this would be an interesting. Sorry to always pitch stuff, Jeff, on like shows, but Chris Jackson, for maybe even just a one-off episode of You Don't Even Like Sports. Fascinating story, right? Basically, Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick.
Interesting.
And now this is where we get kind of to baseball territory, where we get expansion cards in these. These are players. These are either rookies or players that traded team. This is a bummer. He is one of the greatest Denver Nuggets ever. Fat Lever. That's him at the end of his career where he's bouncing around. Orlando Woolridge is the 6 Degrees of Separation player who has played with the most MVP players in NBA history. Scott Brooks goes on to be a coach. There aren't going to be a lot of good players in this because, unlike baseball and basketball, there's not. Oh, here we go, Jeff. You see?
Oh, now you're hitting them skyboxes.
Now we're hitting the skybox. So, what do you think of these?
Now we're even more worthless. I think they look cool, but they're fully worthless.
Well, I'm not worried about the. I mean, yeah, I'm not doing like I said. To make any value of this binder would take more effort than it would be worth for the value in the cards. But these seem dated to me, which is an interesting one. But I'm curious.
They're very of the time. Yeah, the colors and the designs are very of the time. Shout out to Zach for complimenting that You Don't Even Like Sports. Absolutely nailed sports for people who don't like sports. Man, I appreciate that.
Oh, and by the way, Logan said he had the Jerry Sloan card. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, one of the greatest NBA coaches ever. So let's see who we got. Anyone? Dominique Wilkins is pretty good. The human highlight reel. All right. What are your thoughts?
I know that Kevin McHale.
Like these ones here, the NBA hoops. This is my favorite back of the card ever. Shows all the box score stats, really stylized in the paint. These are interesting. Not sure how I feel about those. Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Tyrone official. Don't got the Muggsy. Okay, we got Bulls. So let's see if we got an MJ. No, Horace Grant. Will Purdue.
You got Will Purdue, though.
Yeah. Will Purdue is important because he was later traded for one Dennis Rodman.
I will add that don't feel too bad about what cards you don't have in this set because this is a nearly worthless set.
This is what would be fun. I mean, so here's the thing. For I Must Break You versus I Must Drake You. I Must Break You, the premise is you break cards. Dennis, that is a nice-looking Dennis Rodman, nice-looking Isaiah. Yeah, the Bad Boys Pistons look really nice, by the way. Sorry to just break for a second. Scott Hastings, great commentator for the Denver Nuggets, won a title with the Bad Boys Pistons. I must break
Logan makes a good point that the Skybox cards look like they were pulled out of a box of cereal.
Yeah. And then Zach's follow-up comment agrees, where I like completionists, so I must Drake you. I do like completing sets for fun. And ideally that, a box for 60 is nice, right? That's one where you don't feel bad because then you can have fun completing. Whereas, I'm probably never going to complete 2015, 2016 Donruss because those are prohibitive, or, won't complete them via breaking, could complete via buying.
No, but you could complete them on a set super cheap.
Yeah, but I'm saying this would be when you're saying this is a worthless set, it might be fun to complete via breaking, which is fun. Nice Magic. Nice Worthy. Jack Sikma belongs in the Hall of Fame. We do have the MJ. MJ,
there you go.
Not with the Bulls. MJ in the back of the set with all on his own. Poor MJ. Patrick Ewing, that's a nice one. Yeah, I agree with Logan's point that these look like these do look like cereal box. Zach's got a good question for you, Jeff, when we're talking like history of cards. That would be a fun nerd, by the way, to maybe just do like history of cards and stuff. But like, at what point did we start getting refactors and like unique cards? Because that's the thing. That's why this set isn't worth anything, is that I can buy a box for 60 and I'm going to get 80% of the set. But I could buy, flash forward 10 years, I can buy a box and get, a 1 of 50 that might not even have been found yet.
So the late 90s, I think, was the first time we started seeing refractors. And I believe it was like 97 or 98. So whenever that rolled up.
That might be fun. Ooh, we got the Admiral. Here we go. David Robinson. Same joke I'll make on Dana Barros. Man, there were a lot of bad players. Like, here's the thing. Karl Malone and John Stockton and then Mark Eaton are as good as you think. So the rest of the Jazz had to be god-awful for a team with that much talent to not win a title. Oh, got to get the coaches. I'm curious what the back will look. Paul West. I didn't know he coached the Nuggets. This guy coached the Lakers right in front of Phil Jackson. And then got fired. Like one of the few coaches to get fired with like a winning record. So that's a bummer. Don Nelson, winningest of all time. Ooh, just got... Oh my God, look at this. We got the old Denver Nuggets logo. If we're talking about of an era, man, look at these, the team cards. Holy cow. I kind of want to find a way to get these, like, transcribed off and use them somewhere, Jeff. Look at that Orlando Magic. Oh my gosh.
That looks like something you get airbrushed on a t-shirt on, like, the, Jersey Shore or something.
We kind of need to, right? I love that Timberwolves. Okay, let's see if there are any half-decent draft. Okay, Chris Jacks. This totally looks like NBA Jam, doesn't it? The logo
Welcome to NBA Draft.
Yes. See, we need you to do that, Jeff. I'd watch the draft. Oh, holy cow. There's a good one. Gary Payton rookie card. That is awesome. Okay. Sell it to you for 10 cents. Plus shipping and handling. So you'll take a loss. Chris Dudley. A friend of mine coached him on free throw shooting. We're almost to the end here. And, the checklists. Got to get the checklists. All right, that was fun. I have one more of these, Jeff. Let's see how good it goes. That's fun. These are fun sets to look through. I don't think I need to complete Skybox is what I'll say. I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to do anything more. NBA hoops for sure. Here's what I was going to throw to you is that Adam Todd Brown has broken some of those too. And I actually was bugging him once and was just like, hey, if you've got any that you still have, I might be missing some. And like I said, so when we were talking reality TV shows and like gimmicks, you go to a Pawn Stars, you go to Pawn Stars, you go to a Comic Book Men, you go to a Storage Wars, and they're like, we found this. It's like it was probably rigged or set up. So that when I went into the store and I saw the other book, I was like, this is awesome. He's like, I've got another one in back you might be interested in. Flipped it to the first page, and it's a bunch of Dikembe Mutombo rookie cards, which Jeff has sent me a bunch of as well. And I was like, sold. I don't even need to look at the rest. But I was like, it could be like, did you set this up on me? And then I also noted to you, Jeff, that he knows that I like Ken Griffey Rookie Junior cards for you. And
Ken Griffey Rookie Junior cards.
Kent, yes, Kent. That Jeff. It's kind of like it's kind of like Attorneys General. You gotta you don't put the junior where you'd expect. It's complicated, Jeff. Don't worry about it. Okay, so next page is John Stockton. I actually remember this card from NBA Hoops, the Stockton versus Magic. Then we've got some T-Mac. Not bad. And then a Patrick, let's see, we got T-Mac.
So you're creeping up into like later 90s if you have T-Mac, right?
Yeah,
like
let's see. What year is that? This is Upper Deck. This is 2000, so this is way late in the game. So this is and then we're actually getting like, look, this I might be able to get that graded, Jeff, and might be worth $1. Got like a shiny T-Mac there. So this person was clearly a T-Mac fan. Can't fault him for that. Tracy McGrady, had he been healthy, would have been better than Kobe. It's just wild how the world works, you know.
His vertical was insane.
I rewatch 13 points in like 27 seconds annually. Vince Carter, not bad. Got Karl Malone. This is a much better binder because it's explicit stars.
Yeah, and he also got some shiny stuff in there too. Like, what's that AKA in the center top?
Let's see. AKA Vince Carter. This is an Upper Deck
Is that an
victory.
insert? Turn it around. Look at the numbering.
And let's see. It says 205.15. I cannot tell.
It just says 205.
205 on the top, but then 15 on. Oh, you can't see. So it says you chose like the perfect one in terms of like placement that it won't show. So 205 on the top, 15 at the bottom.
Yeah, I wonder because like usually an easy way for those of you that are watching that don't really do cards, but you wanted to hang out, like an easy way to tell if a card is an insert is if like it's regularly numbered or if it's, you know, got like letters or something in it. That's usually a good way to say that it's like an insert or a subset.
So actually, let's see, did I lose it? Where did I put that? Got too many cards out, Jeff. That Wicket I was showing, yeah, has like a, because it's an autograph, like A-WW on the back. Yeah. So if you start looking at the back, like this one here, you'll see that it says 175 up there in the corner. Usually they have normal numbering, so if you start seeing things that do not look like normal numbering, or, and we'll see if we find any. Yep. So a bunch of Vince Carter, that's really cool. We start getting, like, this, to Jeff's point, that definitely is one like that. It looks like a card ticket, right? Like game one. That's cool.
I mean, maybe.
No, I'm saying these type of cards here where they look like a ticket. Like I've seen that. I've seen that insert continued. And then Jeff's saying here, this is a good example here. This Vince Carter down here, 10 of 15 F5. So this is floor score. There you go. So the Fleer maximum floor score, 10 of 15 Vince Carter card. Really a fan of T-Mac and Vince Carter. I remember this, the Fleer set, though, if you look, even this one, that. But Fleer 91, didn't you send me a Dikembe of this one?
I believe I did.
Yeah, I think those are cool cards. For sure. We got a Charles Barkley down there. Ah, that's a cool Barkley. Courtside. Is that him on the Rockets on the cover? No, it's Auburn. Okay. It's a college card. Nice. We start getting stuff like this, as you're mentioning. I remember a lot of the gold, like this is Upper Deck, right? Upper Deck loved that, right? The gold embossing on the card.
Oh, yeah. Upper Deck. I mean, Upper Deck really did sort of change the whole game, and it made all the other companies sort of have to bump their stuff. I mean, after Upper Deck is where you start seeing things like Stadium Club, or like, you know, the Leaf sets started becoming more prominent and more higher end. You saw Flair out of Fleer. Like, Upper Deck is what caused the big change in everything.
I like
that Barkley 1984 top style 76ers is great.
Yeah, I was going to throw back because one of my favorite videos, if there's a Topps like best different like baseball sets, and you may recognize a voice on it. And yeah, like Topps Throwback is great, and I'm not sure what year. This is 1993. This is a 1993 card, but it's a throwback to the
so
1980s.
it's 93, 94, yeah. So
but it's a throwback to your
season.
saying this is a throwback to 1984.
It's a 10-year anniversary set. So it's that was printed in 83, so it was coming out for the 84 season. That's why it's or 94 season.
That is a cool card.
So that's why they did it in the 84. So yeah, Fleer Ultra as well.
All right.
Pinnacle started coming out then at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Really was the upper deck.
I am gonna have to pitch that maybe just like I said as a one-off show or something. Maybe on You Don't. Oh, look, we got a sticker card. Although I can't tell if it's on the card or the binder. There's something there, which is a bummer. Because we've kind of mentioned.
I've got huge news for you, Dre. You own those cards. You can check if you want. Just like push the binder page out a little bit.
I'm trying. Well, we've kind of had this discussion. Like, what do you think? Like, grading stickers is fun.
Yeah.
Hard to say. It looks in pretty good shape, actually. Like, the corners don't look too bent, though. Hard to tell on this. I can't tell, like sticker centering is one of those things where it's hard to tell, because I can see where you'd peel it off. That is on the binder, though. Is on the binder. Topps future playoff MVP. All right. A lot of Barkley. Got a Pippin. Singular Pippin in there. These are fun cards. The hoops, more Barkley. More Pippin. This was definitely interesting because you can tell the person kept it organized, but then would get to a point. I've had this issue too. I've had this issue too where you're like collating and then you run out. You can get extra pages, but then what do? Zach in the comments asked, do people get sticker cards graded? Jeff, that is a perfect comment about the Burbanks.
You can get sticker cards graded. And I have seen a 1977 Chewbacca Star Wars sticker graded at a PSA 10 going for like $6,000.
Yeah, I mean, you and I were kind of talking this about like asshole. Yeah, I love all the old Hakeem. I have this card, the Fleer one. This was the first set when I got back into collecting. An old card store had 1990 Fleer, had a box of these. They were super cheap. So I bought that and broke it. That's where I started doing it. It's a fun set to break. Got Karl Malone's. But yeah, like, if you were super rich, you could just, like, buy cards or do exciting stuff. And it's just so funny to see people like Elon or whatever who just can't be happy. I like the look of this, the Star 93 card. Like, I like the ones that actually, the old cards that look old. So, Jeff, I got a question for you in terms of scheduling for this week. Yeah. So, we do have, both of us have the PSA special going to the end of the month. Speaking of that, I should start plugging stuff. Patreon.com/Jeff May. You can get cards sent to you in the mail. If you really want anything you see on this one, go ahead and let us know in the comments. It would be at minimum a 2-month lag because I would have to send it to Jeff, and he would have to send it to you, and that's a lot of overhead. But better use of your time is go check out I Must Break You on Wednesdays, where Jeff breaks cards. But in terms of extra content, Jeff, the good news is these binders were awesome. These binders were amazing. But I'm already hitting the 30-minute time slot I like. So I had some Marvel Impel Series 2 I wanted to break. I still haven't gotten my my hologram, Jeff. You get holograms, I don't. So I may try.
2 packs.
I was going to say I may try and do another break this week, just in front of the 31st. So, give us more content on the channel.
Well, I got I'm doing I Must Break You on Wednesday. I think I'm working with Mike Mayhew again on Thursday.
I love this. Whatever this Robinson is, by the way, I love that.
Oh, that is cool. I will be at the Have a Nice Life concert with my good friend Tim McCouga, who's going to be in LA to perform. My cool friend, Tim McCouga.
I haven't done a bunch of Topps collecting for basketball, but I do really like the looks of them. Topps makes a good-looking basketball card.
Guess what? The Topps Chrome Basketball is returning this year.
And, okay, well, Jeff, we're going to have to get some of that or send you some of that. Listen, whoever owned this binder, if by happenstance you live in the Wisconsin, Chicago, I could buy, by the way, this could be all over the Midwest area, right? Because the card shop I go to, they go to lots of card shows and stuff. So there's no guarantee the person here lives in Wisconsin. Hypothetically, if you recognize this binder, I am a fan of you for your love of Dikembe Mutombo. Because look, we get even more Mutombo in the back.
Look at all that Mutombo.
I love all this Mutombo. Love it. And yeah, this is the card you sent me, by the way, Jeff. The team leader, and this is a rookie card. Mutombo's rookie season was absolutely absurd. But yeah, Jeff. So Tim McCouga is awesome. He has been on Jeff's cool. Jeff has cool friends, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw out more Robinson, more the Admiral. Got some James Worthy. Love the love for Worthy. By the way, I've been doing some homework on Jeff Has Cool Friends. Nicholas Cowan is a good... Sir, this would be really weird to discover if this was like my binder. Like if I'd forgotten about this. It was like your old
binder as a kid.
Yeah, my mom was like, yeah, you had this binder and you did all this nerdy stuff and then we got rid of it. And I was like, how did that... Like, if it's like Andres Alvarez, let me just check the back. Nope. That'd have been hilarious. Even more Mutombo. This is him on the Hawks. Darkest day for the Denver Nuggets. The same year Shaquille O'Neal walked, there was this brief window where there was an ability for star players to leave the team that drafted them. And that was Mutombo, and that was Shaquille O'Neal. And then they changed the rules. But yeah, Mutombo, I love this jersey of his. I actually have a signed blue version of this jersey, and I got to meet him, and he is awesome. Oh, got a faux signature. Look at that, the Hawks center.
No, look at that.
Yeah, Mutombo signed card. Mutombo versus Mark Eaton. But Nicholas Cowan is a good listen if you're looking for homework.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
Jeff Has Cool Friends. It's actually...
Gee, why were you researching that one, Dre?
By the way, it's funny. I was going to say, our next episode of Nerd, which we've already spoiled a couple times, in good way, that's why we're encouraging, on the Nets. That's a bummer year, but then, yeah. I think he actually made the finals with the Nets, too, if I recall. He makes the finals with the 76ers and the Nets. Moses Malone, old school. Our next episode of Nerd...
I him at a job once.
Oh, yeah, I am so jealous, because, I mean, I can't anymore. He has passed. I am so jealous. You were part... I mean, what? It was Dr. J, Moses Malone...
Clyde Drexler and Robert Horry.
Clyde Drexler, Robert Horry. How many finals is that between all of those?
A lot. Yeah,
Clyde went to 3. Moses...
I mean, Robert Horry's been at Robert Horry has 6 rings, doesn't he?
7, yeah. Robert Horry is always the easy answer to bring up. Yeah, Zach says you get the every Mutombo card. Yeah, that was all. All these other cards are just, icing on the cake. But yeah, so we're doing the next episode of Nerd is on Surf Ninjas with Nicholas Cowan. Moses Malone was on the Bucks. He's a good ultimate grid one. I'll throw that to Logan in the chat because I know Logan does that too. Moses Malone was on a lot of teams. I forgot he was on the Bucks. That's awesome. We got some Rodmans coming. Even got a insert one here, right? Shiny.
Oh, nice.
4 of 30. Yep, got it. That's an insert on the Spurs. But yeah, so Nerd is on Surf Ninjas. We're going to have a special guest, which is amazing. Thank you, Jeff. I'm considering that a birthday episode. And it's a spiritual successor because Gamefully Unemployed did an episode on Surf Ninjas, the recap. And you talked to Nicholas Cowan once already. Grant Hill. Remember the Sprite commercials, Jeff? Remember he was going to be something? And then he played...
injured forever.
He played when he didn't need to with the Detroit Pistons on an injured ankle that was actually broken and he didn't realize it and kind of never recovered. Did become a good role player for the Suns. Easily MVP worthy, but I'll throw this out to you. At one point, Grant Hill got more All-Star votes than Michael Jordan. That's how big he was back then.
Yeah, he was a huge rookie, right?
Look at this thing. What the heck is this? This Upper Deck MVP.
Oh, look at
Bobby,
the back. That's a
9-year-old
cool
Bobby
card.
Ward drew a. Okay, cool. That's awesome.
That's cool. I like that card.
I need to find Bobby Ward, see if Bobby Ward ever became anything, and get a signature. Grant Hill going to the Magic. More Mutombo. More Mutombo. Mutombo on the Knicks. Holy cow. Whoever made this buy, and then look,
That is.
wow.
Oh, we
Okay,
got
by
two
the way, we got
Cowboys.
supersize, and the person went out of their way to actually buy the.
Tall boy cards. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at this. This was worth it. And I did not look through this ahead of time, by the way. So I didn't know that I had, multiple Mutombo tall boys. These are cool. I think when I was reading up, I think it's different. Like, these don't apply in the specials. And that one I can already see a corner ding. Yeah, and this one you can see. Like, if either of these had a chance of gemming at 10 and were on sale, I might. But they're still really cool. Those are really cool cards. Sean Kemp, Robert Parrish. Those are some cool cards, Jeff. All right, well, this was worth it. So the good news, Jeff, is maybe Tuesday or Friday You're not planning on doing a mailbag Friday?
No, Friday I am
'Cause of the
I
concert.
am offline, yeah.
That is awesome. That is good to hear, by the way. So maybe Tuesday or Friday, I'll plan on breaking the Marvel cards. To Zach's point in the comments. To Zach's point in the comments, this is why, if you're watching now, we love you. But if you like and subscribe, Jeff and I are both starting to say, hey, we're addicts to this. We love breaking cards. And we don't know when it's going to strike. So, subscribe, so you know when it's coming. Go to patreon.com/Jeff May. We've mentioned this before. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, DMs on any of the socials, at Hey There Jeffro. If there is anything you would ever like to send Jeff, people have done it in the past. You can go watch. Jeff has cool cards. We have the back catalog. There's lots of great stuff. People will do it in the future. I guarantee it. What you just said, Jeff, I think I probably don't want a complete set of Topps Chrome, like the comeback. But there are probably a couple cards I'd be interested in. So that definitely, that, and then I think, what did you break recently? The Star Wars Topps Chrome with the Fiona Shaw autograph.
Yeah, the 2024.
That's one for both Topps Chrome NBA and Topps Chrome Star Wars. If those go on sale, that is absolutely something I will look to sponsor a break on, and people have done that in past before as well. So keep that in mind.
Oh, I'm always open to people sponsoring breaks, man.
Yeah, and people have done it.
Extremely
So again, patreon.com/Jeff May. You can go and you are very. I know for a fact on there you are super amenable to any DMs. You're awesome there, as well
Try to
as
be, yeah.
What?
I said I
DM,
very much try to be, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm saying you're like I think you're very good on DMs in general. I know Patreon DMs. This one I'm going to set. I just have to, Jeff. If this comes back a 10, like my Pete Weber, that's going to be the best bowling card collection ever. But yeah, if you're ever up for sending Jeff anything to sponsor a break, or albeit in a hard way, Burbank Sports Cards does support. That's weird how the coloring's coming through there just because of the lighting.
Yeah,
Burbank's, because it's shiny, so the coloring gets a little washed out. But Burbank Sports Cards, absolutely. Oh, by the way, Jeff, I just this one's going in for grading for sure, just to see what you got me. This came from being a patron, patreon.com/Jeff May. This is the first. This is what you told me. You can go check the break where we broke together, Jeff. This is the first Caitlin Clark Bowman U card that came out. So.
Yeah,
Boom.
I didn't need to tell you that. It's right there at the top right.
Well, it doesn't mean that. Okay, listen, man. I love you,
No,
Jeff,
that's
and I
what
know
that means.
sometimes I know
First
sometimes
Bowman.
you're sarcastic to me, but it's just
I didn't have to tell you that. It's right there.
But what I'm saying is they're not rules. It's very much the same as saying part of a nutritious breakfast on cereal.
No. That actually is the rule for Bowman.
Bowman is not allowed to lie on their cards. They're not. If
Bowman does not. No, but Bowman always has that. They write first Bowman on the card that is the first card
Yes.
of the person that they made.
Which I did not know. But I guess what I'm saying is when you're see, it says first Bowman on the top. I'm yeah. I mean, we just went through binders full of cards where it's they absolutely could just say, franchise leaders are first this, and it's just whatever. So I was not aware of that. Thank you for filling us in. Absolutely going to have to try and get this graded to go along with. I'm going to say this, Jeff. This is from Adam Todd Brown. I purchased it. You got to watch me in real time do it. This is a Bowman U 2023 Gem Mint 10, real Gem Mint from Adam Todd Brown. I purchased this from him, and you were actually sitting on the couch next to him when I did it. So I mean, that would be cool, right? To get side by side gems, if that could happen. And then if that happens, I actually have. I'll end with this, Jeff. So I know I'm taking us a little long, but it was a cool break. I actually bought a little thing to display four of my slabs. So the current slabs are Caitlin Clark. This is a reprint. This is a MJ rookie card, but it's a 2007 reprint, but it does have a piece of his college training gear. That's a little better than modern things where it's like we have no idea what it is. Ooh, interesting. I'm definitely going to have to keep up with the comments in a sec. We got our Population 1 Gem Mint 10 Pete Weber auto, which is amazing. And that's a testament to Leaf, because this is a thick card, but Leaf really does package well.
Leaf is a really, really caring. Of all the companies, Leaf has probably the best QC.
I'm lying about it first. Okay, and so Logan is saying Panini, when I was you're like, Bowman doesn't do this. And this is the silliest card in my collection that I'm so proud of, Jeff. Because this is, I don't even know what the heck I did. This just must have a scratch or something on it. The corners don't even look that bad, but this is a personal collection from when I was a child. One of the first rares I got. I know that's why it's in such bad shape. This is a 1995 Star Wars CCG C-3PO 4. I'm not even going to make the Gem Mint joke for 4. This is a Population 1 card, though. So I love it. But anyway, I have 4 slabs that I keep displayed behind me, and those are probably going to have a shakeup real soon, so that'll be fun. All right, so you already did the recap of the week, but just in case people missed it, tomorrow, amazing special guest. If you are a member of patreon.com/Jeff May. If not, you're going to have to wait a week. Can you really wait a week? You don't want to wait a week.
No, tomorrow's a really good one because tomorrow we have Alex Schmidt from Secretly Incredibly Fascinating. You may have seen him as a Jeopardy champion. He had come on to the old version of the show. And for those of you that like Alex Schmidt, you might want to subscribe primarily for the fact that he absolutely swears.
He does?
On the episode.
That was a joke. That is
Alex
great.
Schmidt curse, you have to subscribe, patreon.com/Jeff May.
That was a joke. So I put that in your comments, Jeff, that I said I was looking forward to the swear cut because it's Alex Schmidt. And sorry to sound egotistical, but I have a reason for this. Do I come up at all? And the only reason I bring that up is Secretly Incredibly Fascinating has followed me on the socials, but Alex Schmidt himself actually started following me on the socials. And by the way, I'm just going through the pack of I still need to collate this, Jeff, but this is my patreon.com/Jeff May. This is almost 3 months of cards, the kind of stuff you can expect Jeff to send you in the mail if you sign up for patreon.com/Jeff May. A numbered Ben Simmons card, or else you're going to get a numbered Ben Simmons card sent right to your door. But yeah, Alex Schmidt started following me on Instagram. And I was like, oh, cool. Nice to see. Could also be
he listens to Nerd and stuff, so
whoa.
I know he's the patron himself, so
that is really cool. All right, well, yeah, I was just gonna say whatever happened in the last week, or maybe he just liked that I took my kid to see Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, Midwest Energy represent. We went to see them at the Pfizer Forum, which was a real fun experience. And I've yet to be to the Pfizer Forum for a Bucks game, but did go to see that. But okay, so Alex Schmidt tomorrow. Got to be a patron if you're not. I Must Break You on Wednesday. Anything else? Obviously, Dave and Jeff watch Batman. Good God, why? We feel for you.
Yeah, so that'll go up on Wednesday. So tomorrow is Tom and Jeff, tomorrow is Jeff has cool friends. Wednesday is Tom and Jeff watch Batman. Thursday, I believe I will be doing Mike. Man, why did I just blank out
Mike
on the name real
Mayhew
quick?
on the
It's been a long
Whatnot
day.
app.
Mike Mayhew's Whatnot and eBay live streams doing sales. And then Friday, I will be going to see Have a Nice Life in concert.
Yeah, so I might sneak in, Jeff, and do a Marvel. Let's see, what is Friday actually? Is it still in the month? Maybe I'll do Tuesday.
Man, I don't know. I have to check my.
Friday's the 30th. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, so basically,
we're still
and
good.
by the way, if you are interested in Panini stuff, right? So if you want to do a Panini, like send stuff in for grading yourself, it just has to be like you basically have to submit it by the 31st. And then they tell you, they're like, by the way, you have this much time to send it in. So yeah, that'll be plenty of time, Jeff. I might do that Friday. All right. Anyway, patreon.com/Jeff May, at Hey There Jeff on the socials, for myself at Nerd Numbers most places. Thank you so much, everybody that watched. We got some good metrics that are that help the channel. We really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe so we can do more. Anything you want to end on, Jeff?
No, I mean, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being with us, for liking, for subscribing, for putting that notifications bell on, all the free stuff that helps us. Obviously, we love when you can subscribe to a premium service, but literally just being here means so much to us, and you're making it so we can do that. So thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to try and I'm going to start playing out the music, Jeff, and I'm going to say I'm in that. You did me a favor pushing the Alex Schmidt release tomorrow, because now I don't have that dilemma of being up at like midnight, like the midnight to 2 range, and being like, should I listen to it before bed?
Yeah, no. Normally the show drops at 12:01, but yeah, it's going to be dropping around noon, and that is primarily because my editor was literally going to delay a family trip to finish the episode this weekend, to which I told him he better